Otherwise, what's the sense? All this is going to pass away. Your wife or your child or you're going to leave them behind one day and pass away. What then? What remains is the Lord. The only permanent relationship with Him is with the only permanent relationship is with Him. There is no other relationship. So all other relationships are imagined. So follow His wishes that He has given. To love Him is to obey Him. How do you love a person? But somebody once asked, Baba, you always say, I just want you to love me. How to love you? The Bible says, when you love your wife, how do you love her? What do you do? So that then he was quite befuddled. He couldn't answer. So Baba says, do you just keep staring at her and you want to be all the while in her presence? No. You want to keep her comfortable. You want her to be happy. So you would go out in the world, earn money, buy things, make her comfortable, and see that you make her happy. The more you do that, the less you will feel that you have done for her. That is love. Loving is serving, is sacrifice, true love. So that's what you have to do. To please Him, you have to obey Him. To serve Him with all your heart, and the way He wants you to do that is to attend to all your worldly duties and responsibilities, but at the same time keep your focus on Him, that you are doing it for Him, for His sake. That's worthwhile. Otherwise, there's no worth in it.
Meherwan, have you ever felt since Baba dropped his body that you weren't obeying him?
We are never obeying Him the way He wants us to obey Him. That's the fact. Yeah. But make your effort. When you fail to do it, Baba says, rise up, and sometimes temptations do get to us. So when we fall into the temptation, Baba says, rise up from that quickly. Don't tarry. Ask for my help and ask for my forgiveness and carry on. Don't be disheartened, because it is bound to happen. The reaction is bound to take place. So you have to be brave. The other day I read in Lord Mayor, there's a line, God is infinite mercy, but the way to God is merciless. You follow that? God is infinite mercy, but the way to God is merciless. You have to be quite true.
Lights go up.
You have to be merciless to yourself. You cannot show any mercy to yourself and try to approach Him. And when Baba was with the Mandli, he was merciless to them. You must have read how he treated his Mandli. Mercilessly. Baba once said that the poet Hafiz has said that, speaking on behalf of the Lord, that I, the Lord, the Lord, support people who oppose me, but crush people who love me. And no one has a right to ask why. That's it. So, to others who oppose him, he praises them, he takes care of them. But the ones who are close to him, who are offering their lives to him, he grinds them. The process is to grind ourselves into the dust.
It's madness. Let's all get out of here.
Read your famous poet, In Dust I Sing.
Francis.
Have you read it? Beautiful.
Yeah.
Baba heard those ghazals.
We're doing Stay with God at the moment.
Huh?
A reading group, we're doing Stay with God. It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
an amazing book.
How sublime it is.
Yeah.
Baba used to make him read each poem 3 times.
Really.
And Francis would sometimes, you know how Francis was, he was a very down-to-earth and rugged fellow. Yeah, no nonsense type. Typical Australian farmer. Rugged. And Baba had to break him in 10 years. An unruly horse. And Baba had a real tough time. And he had a tougher time. And so did all the Mandali. You heard how Baba used to grind bhav. You read it, isn't it? Yeah. All the Mandali, Eraj, Baidul, Pendu, Ustadji, these are all his stalwarts who have been ground to the dust.
I like the story of, I think it was Gastaji was asked to be with your father and stay with him,
Yeah.
Jessawala. He said, I've been with 2 perfect masters and never have I been treated.
Three perfect
Three perfect
masters
masters.
in the avatar and never.
And the avatar,
Yeah.
top it, that's the 4th. I've never seen such a person in my life. And I can't take it anymore. If you don't relieve me from this man, I'll leave you and I'll leave spirituality. I've had enough of it. This is from Baba's very close Mandali, Ustadji.
He's talking about
He
Meherwan's
couldn't take it
father.
anymore. And that man, that father of mine had trained Eraj. So you can imagine. And after that training, Eraj had to be ground to the dust by the Lord. It was just a preliminary thing. So mind you how tough it is. Spirituality is no game of the weak. Baba used to say that. There is no place here for weak-sighted people who get distracted here and there. You have to be very strong. And he makes you strong, gradually.
What was the hardest thing you think you ever dealt with Baba?
Pardon?
What was the most difficult thing that you ever had to experience?
Most difficult thing?
Yeah.
Most difficult.
Most difficult.
Huh?
Most difficult
What was the
thing.
most difficult thing that you, Meherwan, had to experience with Baba?
Can't just say offhand like that. Everything was difficult. But he helped us, yeah. He helps. Because the more you want to do it, you feel that you haven't done the way he wanted it. You haven't done it with all your effort. Although we put all our effort into his work, we never feel that it is enough. And Baba says that this is how it has to be. when there is true love, one of the signs is that the lover never feels satisfied of having done enough. He always remains very dissatisfied. He just wants to keep doing more and still more and still more. And he raises the level of your efforts. He does that with each one of us. So, what to say? Yeah. Any work he would give, it looked very easy, but when you tried to carry it out, unusual obstacles would come in the way. Simple things that he would tell you to do, very difficult to carry out. Somehow it was always like that. How it was, but it just worked out that way. What to say? Well, I had always wanted to be with him. It so happened that I had graduated from college, and towards the end I was really fed up of everything, of college and studies. I saw no point in going on with it. I did my chemistry, physics, and somehow got through it. Each time when my exams would be coming, Baba would be coming to our house, or in Pune where we stayed, and I would have no time to do studies as I should, and it would be very difficult. So towards the end I had failed in 1 year, and I was allowed to keep terms to appear the next year. The same thing happened in the finals of my graduation exam. Baba was there, and Baba was in the new life and had just come to Pune for some recreation, and we had to find a place suitable for him. Find a place suitable for him in Pune, it was not an easy task. He had certain requirements that had to be attended to. So it was very difficult to find a place suitable. So we all did all our effort to find one. And with great difficulty, then eventually we succeeded. On the very last day that Baba was to arrive. It's a long story. There's not much time to explain all that. But by his grace, we were able to obtain a magnificent place for him. And that is Guru Prasad. You heard of Guru Prasad? So, it was not easy. I tell you, it was very tough, very humiliating also. When I went there to that bungalow, it was lying vacant there near the Bun Gardens. And it was all locked up and closed. But I was on a cycle. So it was at the time of my final exam, mind you. I left off everything and was just desperately in search. Many other Baba lovers also. Adi Rani from Nagar, he had specially come over to search. He was on a cycle searching from lane to lane. So, I saw this big palace there. It's a palace with closed gates, a long driveway, and lawns to approach the palace inside, and marble